anyone would be forgiven right now for thinking ITV is partaking in some kind of twisted game of musical sofas. Under fire, bosses are desperately swapping this morning presenters in and out in what seems to be a futile attempt to win back some of its disillusioned viewers. But is ITV wasting its time? Is it too late to salvage the show from the charred ashes of the Phillip Schofield scandal? Let's be honest, you can hardly call Holly Willoughby's return to the show as rising like a phoenix. In fact, she has only proved, in our opinion, that she is incapable of ruling the roost single-handedly. So unless they bring something spectacular out of the bag and quick, it could be said that ITV this morning is a dead show walking. It appears though, ITV bosses have pulled a rabbit out of the hat at the 11th hour. Good Morning Britain star Ben Shephard, who already looks like he's morphing into a Schofield-esque silver fox, will be making his debut next to Holly Willoughby on the This Morning sofa on Monday. We wonder if they'll become besties. Perhaps Ben should get one of those I Heart Holly Willoughby t-shirts to butter her up, because we have a feeling that she won't like the competition for the title of jewel in the ITV crown. But will it matter? Holly's contract is due to expire in December. Could she be replaced too? Blinkerhole believes that one person in particular could be waiting in the wings, ready to squeeze into Holly Willoughby's Louboutins. More on that later in this video. Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary announced Ben Shephard signing at the end of Friday's show. With Alison sharing, Holly will be back on Monday when she's gonna be presenting alongside the lovely Ben Shephard. Dermot added, "Yeah, as it should be. Whatever could he mean by that, we wonder." Dad of two Ben has been working in the TV industry since the late 1990s, and his career has seen him host some of Britain's most loved shows. As well as GMB, Ben is best known for presenting Tipping Point and Ninja Warrior UK, where hopefully Ben learnt the necessary skills to outmaneuver the dazzling glare bouncing off Holly Willoughby's toothy grin. But does former BBC presenter, aren't they all, Ben Shephard have what it takes to fill the Schofield-shaped hole on the This Morning sofa? Well, he does have quite a bit of This Morning experience under his belt. Between 2005 and 2011, he was a stand-in presenter on the show covering for none other than Phillip Schofield, and in 2014, Ben, who left the BBC in 2012, was a stand-in presenter on This Morning Summer, co-hosting one episode alongside Ruth Langsford, and since 2015, he was a regular stand-in presenter for former presenter Eamon Holmes. But the news of Ben Shephard's imminent debut hasn't gone down well with some disgruntled viewers who quickly took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to voice their discomfort. Wait a minute, did you say Ben Shephard would be presenting on Monday? This new format really hasn't caught on. It just seems to be about who's free, rather than who's best qualified, one fan wrote. The constant weekly rotation of Holly's co-hosts isn't a good look for a show that was recently labeled as toxic, another viewer added. Blinkerhole has discovered though, that Ben Shephard was picked out years ago to be Phillip Schofield's replacement. In a 4-year-old article by The Sun from 2019, it stated that ITV bosses, even back then, were plotting to swap Schofield for Shephard. The article's headline reads, "Sco blow. Is Phillip Schofield leaving this morning? Holly Willoughby's co-host could be replaced by Ben Shephard." It continues, "All eyes have been on Phillip Schofield after The Sun revealed that 8 stars raised concerns about the atmosphere caused by Schofield's behavior, but there's not been any indication that the star is leaving the show anytime soon." The report came after Ruth Langsford, married to This Morning Friday co-host Eamon Holmes, made a formal complaint after she claimed Schofield rudely interrupted her in April. However, ITV insists Schofield is simply the target of malicious gossip. A show spokeswoman said, "This is absolutely not a description of This Morning we recognize." The old article continues, "New reports have claimed that the relationship between Phillip and his co-host Holly is also cooling. And while the pair have shared happy posts on social media which appear to dispel the rumors, The Sun revealed that ITV bosses have considered a replacement should Phillip choose to leave in the near future." And here's the interesting bit. It states that bosses have allegedly considered Good Morning Britain's Ben Shephard as a replacement after he showed great chemistry with Holly in the past. Daytime boss Emma Gormley deemed Good Morning Britain host Ben her top choice for a possible replacement if Schofield ever leaves the show. So, fast forward to 2023, and it indeed looks like managing director and ITV editor-in-chief, Emma Gormley, got her wish, and we can't help but wonder, has she also tipped someone other than Holly Willoughby to be Ben Shephard's This Morning co-host? Could she also be headhunting a replacement for Holly Willoughby? Well, We have a suspicion that her working relationship with ITV's former Queen Bee isn't as sweet as we had imagined. In an article from May this year, it was reported that Phillip Schofield's friendship with Holly Willoughby came to an end after an ITV This Morning episode on March 8, following a disagreement over International Women's Day. The mum of three and Dancing on Ice co-host allegedly decided that there should be an all-female presenting lineup, but Phil went over her head to ITV bosses to stop it. Holly's idea was to celebrate International Women's Day with two female presenters. GB News presenter Dan Wootton claimed. As a result, Holly was only allowed to host the first section of the show surrounded by the show's female production staff, while Phillip was dispatched to a cafe down the road for a live item. Interestingly, he added, Holly was livid about managing director Emma Gormley's decision and the fact Phillip had undermined her, and made that very clear to numerous people at ITV. So, who could Emma Gormley want as Holly Willoughby's replacement? Well, considering Emma's favourite Ben Shephard co-hosted Ninja Warrior UK, alongside regular stand-in This Morning host Rochelle Humes, Blinkerhole believes that Rochelle could be on Emma's most wanted list, and perhaps Holly Willoughby already knows this. When Holly made her now infamous speech on her first day back after the Phillip Schofield scandal, she drew criticism for snubbing Rochelle Humes. Holly announced, "Myself, Josie, Dermot, Alison, Craig, and every single person who works on this show will continue to work hard every single day to bring you the show we love." Rochelle fans were quick to point out the omission. In September, Rochelle, who is married to JLS star Marvin Humes, was tipped by the Daily Mail to become This Morning's new Golden Girl after viewers praised her hosting skills. The former Saturday's singer was at the helm of the program for several weeks, co-hosting the show with Andy Peters over the summer, and despite how popular both Dermot and Alison had been with This Morning fans, Rochelle Humes saw her popularity with the show's viewers skyrocket. This prompted a number of This Morning viewers to take to social media to share their appreciation for Rochelle's presenting skills and screen presence, with some even calling for her to take over full-time presenting duties. Posting on X, formerly Twitter, one viewer wrote, "Please This Morning get Rochelle Humes and Andy Peters back. I really loved them together. I've tried again today watching, but it's just not doing it for me. Alison's laugh really gets to me, and I don't like her interview skills." Another agreed, adding, "This Morning, you need to get rid of the dead wood. Holly and co are past their use-by date. Rochelle Humes and Andy Peters need to be the permanent presenters. They have great chemistry on screen. They gel together. Do the right thing for your viewers." And a third said, "Just my opinion, I'd love Rochelle Humes and Marvin Humes to be presenters and scrap Holly, Alison, Josie, Craig and have Dermot and Vanessa Feltz on a Friday." A further viewer noted that while they liked host Holly, they had been enjoying the program more with Rochelle at the helm. They wrote, "I used to love her, but even I have to agree, I think Holly Willoughby needs to go. The show was much better over the summer with Andy Peters and Rochelle Humes." Another agreed that Rochelle was their preferred host, writing, "Alison Hammond is too off-putting to watch. If you kept Andy Peters and Rochelle Humes, or Craig Doyle and Josie Gibson, or Dermot O'Leary, but no, can't vote for a show with Hammond and Willoughby." And another said, "Lost me as a viewer, since you removed Amon and Ruth and could not stand the self-importance of Phil and Holly, but I was flicking today, and stayed to watch as the pairing of Andy Peters and Rochelle Humes was perfect, friendly and no wokery." To conclude, after the fantastic response Rochelle Humes received during her presenting stint on This Morning, together with the fact that she has worked closely with Ben Shephard before on Ninja Warrior UK and the pointed snub Holly made by omitting her in her statement, we feel all this points to her being a possible permanent replacement for Holly Willoughby, should she leave when her contract expires in December. Holly will really need to pull some fast moves in the next couple of months to prevent that from happening. Can she do it? Is Holly Willoughby really capable of turning the tide in her favor in such a short space of time? We don't think so. We think that she stepped on one too many toes at ITV with her demanding diva like me, myself and I ways. It is obvious that ITV boss Emma Gormley has recently gone against Holly Willoughby's wishes, dashing her hopes for an all-female This Morning by scouting Ben Shephard as Phillip Schofield's replacement as far back as 2019. Now Emma Gormley is firmly in the driving seat. She may be itching to spit Holly Willoughby out of the revolving door, save the floundering ITV £1 million, and steer the This Morning ship to a place of safety, before the whole show sinks. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.